It began as a religious movement and ended in one of the deadliest standoffs in U.S. history. Over 80 people dead, dozens of children gone, and a nation asking, how did faith turn into fire? This is the story of the Waco siege, the 51-day confrontation that shocked America. You're watching Crime Lens, where we uncover the crimes, the chaos, and the choices that changed the course of history. Greater than. The story starts in Waco, Texas, where a man named David Koresh claimed to be the final prophet of God. His followers, known as the Branch Davidians, lived with him in an isolated compound called Mount Carmel. They believed the end of the world was near, and Koresh said only he could lead them to salvation. Greater than. But behind his so-called holy teachings were disturbing secrets, illegal weapons, polygamy, and the sexual abuse of underage girls. On February 28, 1993, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms ATF launched a raid to arrest David Koresh and search the compound for illegal weapons. But someone inside tipped off the Branch Davidians. As agents approached the front door, gunfire erupted from both sides. The peaceful Texas morning turned into a war zone. When it ended, four federal agents were dead, and so were 6 Branch Davidians. What should have been a quick arrest had turned into a full-blown siege. Greater than. Within hours, the FBI took control. Negotiators tried to convince Koresh to surrender peacefully, while tactical teams surrounded the compound. Greater than. Inside, David Koresh preached daily sermons, claiming he was waiting for a sign from God before leaving. Meanwhile, dozens of children remained trapped inside, hungry, terrified, and caught between two forces and willing to back down. Greater than. The world watched through television screens as the days turned to weeks. Negotiations dragged on, and tension reached its breaking point. On April 19, 1993, after 51 long days, the FBI made its final move. Armored tanks rolled in, pumping tear gas into the compound to force the Davidians out. Greater than. But instead of surrender, fire broke out. Within minutes, flames consumed the entire Mount Carmel center. Screams echoed inside as the inferno spread. Greater than. When it was finally over, 76 people were dead, including David Koresh and 25 children. Greater than. The aftermath was pure devastation. The FBI claimed the Branch Davidians started the fire themselves, but many Americans didn't believe it. Others blamed the government for using excessive force in escalating the situation beyond control. Greater than. The Waco siege became one of the darkest and most controversial moments in U.S. law enforcement history. It left scars that would later inspire acts of revenge, including the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing, whose mastermind cited Waco as his motivation. Greater than. The Waco siege wasn't just a tragedy of fire and bullets. It was a tragedy of belief, power, and failure, where communication broke down, and innocent lives were lost on both sides. In the end, it asked a haunting question. When faith turns into obsession, and authority turns into force, who really wins? Greater than. You're watching Crime Lens, and this was the story of the Waco siege, a moment when America's soul went up in flames,